First thing, like when you were with the Packers, you guys pretty much dominate the division. Did you steal it from anybody? Was it somebody's before? It certainly wasn't the Lions or the Bears.
Chicago.
A little bit?
Chicago had it a little bit.
Okay.
But, I mean, it wasn't like we snatched the division away from you.
Okay, but I watched the Rams yesterday.
Yeah, there was no change. You know, you say changing of the guards or there was a handoff. No, they were like, give me this. This is our division.
Greg, that was not a win.
No, that was a massacre.
That was it is our, by the way, Rams are younger. They're significantly better on offense.
They knew, like, there's few games that you go into. I remember us playing Atlanta. We lost to Atlanta in the regular season, the year we won the Super Bowl. We went down to Atlanta in the playoffs, and we
crushed them.
I mean, we stroked them. It was ridiculous. We felt like we knew going into that game, we are a better team than them. Because of what took place early in the season here in LA, they knew they got away with one. Like, we gave them a game.
If you go to the box score of the first matchup, Seahawks-Rams, I said this the day it happened, Rams were the better team.
Without question. Without question. And they went down there knowing, look, guys, we're a better football team than them.
If I said to you the top 25 players available yesterday, I bet you the Rams have 19 of them. I'm not joking with you. Seattle, Aaron Donald, the special teams, Gurley's the left tackle.
They have a ton of weapons. And again, you know, head coaches don't get a lot of credit unless they have big names and you know them. But what Coach Sean McVay has done, not as a team, forget the team. The team has outperformed. They've been phenomenal. Offensively, when you have this many weapons, Tavon Austin, Todd Gurley, Sammy Watkins, Cooper Kupp, Robert Woods, you have so many pieces.
Mouths to feed.
Yes, that are going to chirp.
And none of them,
we don't hear anything about them complaining about not getting the ball. He makes sure that everyone has an opportunity to make plays. We're going to all get our fair share. It may be a little lopsided one week. Obviously, we saw Todd Gurley. You got to feed him. I mean, but the game is fun when you know that we're going to win and we're going to all look good doing it. It's fun. You can't complain when you're doing it like this.
How many times have they scored over 30 this year? I mean, they have shelled. Their only bad loss was to Minnesota, and they fumbled at the one.
It wasn't a bad loss.
I watched it, and I'm like, okay, today they're not as good. But it's inches, not feet.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at that, they went into a hostile environment.
Yeah.
In my opinion, the Minnesota Vikings, you can't make mistakes against them, and they did.
Yeah.
They did. But it wasn't a bad loss. It was a 7-7 game in the fourth quarter.
No, it was a real game and again, two loaded rosters. Okay, this play drives me nuts. I hate this because I like when you guys try to do great things. As a player, when Derek Carr fumbles out of the end zone and you lose possession, how does that sit and land with a player?
It's devastating. It is one of the most devastating things, unless you're Jesse James and they take away your touchdown. He is just trying to
be
make
great.
A play and be great and not thinking about, okay, we'll have another set of downs. We'll have another opportunity. None of that is going through your mind. All you see is end zone, pylon. Let me get there now. Let's end this right now. He had an opportunity. He went for it. It didn't happen.
By the way, if the ball, Goulet, does the ball hit in or out of bounds? It looks like it hits the white. If it's out of bounds, it still goes to the other team?
Yeah, because it crossed inside the.
Oh, God, that's the piss.
The pylon. Yeah, It's a rule that I don't know if you can change this rule, honestly.
It's been around forever.
It's one that it doesn't occur a lot, but it tends to always happen.
In crisis.
Yes.
That Goulet, it's 2 games this year?
Yeah, the Jets-Patriots had one. And it cost the Jets the game.
You're right. Safaria Jenkins, the tight end.
Yes, you're right.
Them.
Yes.
God, New England's gotten some breaks this year, haven't
they?
they?
Yes, they have. I mean, Todd Gurley and the Seahawks. early in the year when
Yep.
Todd Gurley tried to stretch across.
Okay, what do you make of Green Bay yesterday? Since that NFC Championship loss in Seattle when they gagged away a 12-point lead in the fourth, do you know they're 12-11 on the road? I watched Carolina yesterday, Greg, and I look at them. I just don't think Green Bay's got the pieces. It's not Aaron to me.
It's not Aaron. When you look at Green Bay, the glaring thing that stands out is their inability to create takeaways. Like
they just don't.
They don't do it. They don't do it. As many errant throws as Cameron Newton had yesterday, and he played a good game.
Yeah, but
he threw some opportunities out, and they just didn't. They weren't in position to make the plays like you see the DBs in the secondary of the Carolina Panthers making yesterday on Aaron Rodgers. And that's what stands out. Their secondary has always been able to come up with takeaways, and they just don't do it. They don't do it.
Here's an amazing stat, Greg. You won't even believe this. So their red zone Packer defense, every time the red zone defense for the Packers that you have entered the red zone against Green Bay's defense, every time has scored a field goal or a touchdown. That hasn't happened in 9 years. Situationally, that doesn't even make sense. Meaning, if you get in the red zone against Green Bay,
you're going to score. You're going to come away with points.
That's not happened in 9 years. They don't have enough players. Like, I watched that Cleveland game 2 weeks ago, and my takeaway was, hell, they're not that much better than Cleveland.
Yeah, when I watch the Packers, Aaron Rodgers is everything.
Everything.
He is everything. I mean, we got a chance to witness who they were without him for 8 weeks. And he is a special, special player. And I think that when you're building a team, you want to have a special player like that on your team.
Right.
But in case, let's say your MVP type candidate goes down, a la Philadelphia Eagles, you have to have somebody that you know can step in and keep it rolling, not try to keep you afloat, not give you just a needle of a chance. Let's not drop off to non-existent. And that's what the Green Bay Packers does when there's no Aaron Rodgers. And you can't have that. You will not be successful if you solely build your team around one player.
This is what Seattle's done to some degree offensively with Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
He's running for his life.
Yeah, and we saw the Rams you're not doing it today.
And that was just brutal.
Yeah.
So when it's funny about Dallas. We all kind of, it's almost like a part of America roots against Dallas. But I just said simplify it. They went on the road, Sunday Night Football, against the top 15 quarterback, and they needed a lucky break and a call. New England got one, and a 4th and inches. I look at Dallas now getting Zeke back. Oh, damn, we don't have much time. Can Dallas win out? 30 seconds.
They can win out. They definitely win out. Absolutely. When I look at their schedule, when you see what happened to Seattle, oh, my gosh. You get Zeke back, and you take a Dallas team with Ezekiel Elliott, who's not a quarterback, who's not going to really be rusty. You just got to give him carries, and he can hit the hole. They can win out.
It's so funny. Everybody wants to bury the Seahawks. Dak Prescott is now 19-3 in the NFL when he gets the league average of run support. That's it. League average. And we don't think Jason Garrett's an A coach. Dak's real. The Cowboys are. Zeke is back. Greg Jennings, great today. Thanks, bud.
Appreciate it.
Hour number 3 on a Monday. It's The Herd.